to the Pre-Snap Podcast presented by LineStar, your 5 best NFL player prop bets for Week 3 in the NFL. Alongside my co-host Tyler Wiemann, I am Shannon Sommerville, and we've got some great prop bets for you that are available. You can find them on Underdog Fantasy, PrizePicks, Sleeper, and Chalkboard. All of those apps. Use the promo code LineStar when you download them, and you'll get up to $100 if your first deposit matched. Tyler, we're rolling into the season. We're now at Week 3. Can you believe it? This season has been flying by. Now, last week, we didn't do as well as we wanted to do. On this show specifically, this Thursday show that we do, we are 7 of 10 on our picks. This show is basically geared towards props that are available in the sports books and in the apps as well. So not too bad. 7 to 10, not too bad. Overall, the whole LineStar, every single show, Monday Night Football picks, everything, we are, 13 of 34. So we got a little ground to make up here. Week 2 was a little tough on us, Tyler. Tough on a lot of people.
So pretty much we've been bad everywhere else but this show.
Yeah, this show's been solid for us. So our picks have been pretty good here on this show specifically. So we are using the LineStar App's PropsAI tool to help us find the best value in the prop market. It's a great tool that'll just help you find the edge. It compares LineStar's projections to what's out there in the various lines in the sports books. So you can also find the best value too in the different sports books, see who's offering the best lines. It's a great tool, so you can check that out at linestarapp.com. All right, so let's get into today's action. Now, we are also playing a contest here where we're trying to give away money. And Tyler, I'm going to say if we hit 4 of 5, what do you think about this? We give out $100 to a randomly selected commenter. If we hit 5 for 5, what should the prize be? $200? Should we do $200?
Why not? Let's go for it.
Putting you on the spot there. Okay. So
it is one or the other, though. We're not going to be giving
one or the other, not both.
Yeah.
So all you need to do to enter into that is make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and then comment below. Any comment will do. Let us know where you're headed this weekend, too, so we can all kind of compare notes and find the best value to beat the books. All right, let's start things off with our 3 prop picks that are available from the PropsAI tool, and then Tyler and I will each give our favorite pick of the week. We're going to start things off with Jacksonville running back Travis Etienne, over 68.5 rushing yards. Etienne had 77 rush yards back in Week 1 against the Indianapolis Colts. He had 40 against KC in Week 2, and now he gets a Houston defense that ranks dead last in rush defense DVOA versus opposing running backs. What do you like here for Etienne?
Yeah, I just think it's a really good spot for Etienne. We have seen now 2 weeks of data. The Tank Bisbee drafting is not hurting Etienne's workload. He is the guy. He's out there a ton. And he's going to get enough work to get over 68.5.
Also, his brother, when I do the college football props show, man, he's been crushing it as well. His brother is a running back at Florida. Man, I don't know what's in those genes, but they can run the ball, and we like Etienne to run the ball this weekend over that 68.5 rush yards line. Let's go to another running back rush yards prop. We're going to Seattle running back Kenneth Walker, over 63.5 rushing yards. Walker had 64 against the Rams in Week 1. He only had 43 last week against Detroit, but Detroit's a good rush defense. They're actually 10th in rush yards per game allowed. And this week, a much easier defense. Going up against Carolina, they ranked 25th in that category, giving up 132 rush yards per game allowed. When you look back at some of their opponents that they faced, Taysom Hill, who's kind of hybrid running back, had 75. Tyler Algier and Bijan Robinson, both over 50 each. What do you like here for Seattle Seahawks running back Kenneth Walker? I feel like we haven't talked about him too much this season yet, but we should be.
We haven't. Yeah, this is another guy that we were a little worried about the rookie coming in and stealing some work. And so far, Charbonnet just hasn't really done that. So I like Walker once again to carry the load and against the Carolina team that's, ranked 25th stopping the run, allowing 132 rushing yards per game. Our LineStar projection is 68. The consensus is 72. And another nice little stat I found was that Carolina is allowing 34% more fantasy points to the running back when away. Obviously, fantasy points come from rushing yards and rushing touchdowns generally. So it does definitely bodes well for Kenneth Walker that can absolutely hit a home run.
All right, so next up, we're going to go to the Cleveland Browns wide receiver 1, Amari Cooper, over 58.5 receiving yards. There were some concerns even on that Monday Night Football game with Amari Cooper dealing with an injury, but he played through it, and he actually put up 90 receiving yards on Monday Night Football. And this week, going up against a defense that is terrible against opposing wide receiver ones, Tennessee ranks 31st in pass defense DVOA versus opposing teams wide receiver 1. Chris Olave torched them for 112 yards, and then Chargers wide receiver 1, Keenan Allen, also torched them for over 100 yards. He put up 111 receiving yards in this one. I like Amari Cooper's spot in this one. Also, we talked a little bit before the show, you and I, Tyler, about Nick Chubb not being a presence in this one, that they could lean on him a little bit more given the fact that Nick Chubb is out of this game. What are your thoughts here for the over on Amari Cooper's receiving yards?
Yeah, I agree. I think that Amari Cooper, I'm not really too worried about the injury. He played 69% of the snaps week 1, and I think it was 72 last week. So he played just as much as week 1. He now has another week of rest, and he's versus this team that is a pass funnel. They try to stop the run. They're letting people pass on them. And wide receiver ones have absolutely crushed them this year and likely will again this week.
Yeah, I just think that number is just way too low for Amari Cooper here. All right, now it's time for you and I to pick our favorite props of the week. Tyler, where are you headed in the prop market for NFL Week 3 action?
I got to go with big Mike Williams over 60.5 receiving yards. It's minus 115 in sportsbooks. He's been higher in 5 of the last 8, averaged 66 yards per game over the last 5. And this is, a team that has the highest game total of the week. It's 54.5. And Minnesota has just been giving up big plays to the wide receiver. We saw it to Mike Evans last week. We saw it to Mike Evans week 1, Devontae Smith last week. We also have no Eckler, and the big play threat in this offense is Mike Williams. So I really like the game environment for him.
Yeah, the way things are looking, this is going to be a shootout between Kirk Cousins and Justin Herbert in this one. Love the wide receiver overs in that one. You and I were also talking about, we kind of like Justin Jefferson. The line's really high right now. It's at about 100, 101 and a half. But I think he can easily crush that. He's had over 100 the first 2 games. I mean, he's put up like 150. Like, Justin Jefferson's just insane. However, we're not endorsing that as one of our picks yet, but we still like a lot of those overs in that game right there. And Mike Williams, one of those guys that can absolutely haul in some of those catches and put up some big yards, especially for that Chargers team. Justin Herbert's going to be airing it out in this one. Kellen Moore's the offensive coordinator. He is full go trying to air that ball out to those wide receivers. They're going to be the beneficiaries of that Kellen Moore offense. All right, you took a Clemson guy. You know where I'm going? A former Georgia Bulldog.
Oh, everybody knows where you're going.
George Pickens, over 51.5 receiving yards. Quite frankly, if George Pickens doesn't get the ball enough in this one, I think Pittsburgh Steelers fans will riot in this one because they've had so many complaints about Matt Canada and the offense and just getting the ball to their playmakers like George Pickens in this one. They started to do that a little bit Monday night, and you saw Pickens get the ball a little bit more, 4 receptions, but he put up 127 yards week 2 against Cleveland. No Deontay Johnson in this one. He's still without an injury, so that means more opportunity for Pickens here. And a great matchup for him because he's going up against Las Vegas, a team that ranks 26th in pass defense DVOA. Last week against the Bills, Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis both put up over 51.5 receiving yards against that Las Vegas Raiders defense. Love the former Georgia Bulldog, George Pickens, over 51.5 receiving yards in this one. He's like an acrobat. He can make these insane catches that no one else can make in this one, and I expect him to do so once again against the Las Vegas Raiders this weekend. We're going over that 51.5 receiving yards, but I do think that if he doesn't get it, man, I'm not going to be too happy with Mr. Matt Canada. I know a lot of people, there was a chant during that Monday Night Football game where they were cheering to fire Matt Canada, the offensive coordinator of the Pittsburgh Steelers, so he is very much on the hot seat early on. And so hopefully a little more creativity from the offense.
Doubtful. We just haven't seen it from him whatsoever.
Yeah, we really haven't. But
You know?
we just need him to get a couple tosses Pickens' way. He'll do the rest, you know?
Yes, he will.
That's all you need. That's all we need in that one. All right, to tailor our picks, make sure to do so Underdog Fantasy, PrizePicks, Sleeper, Chalkboard. And if you use our promo code LineStar, you'll get up to $100 of your deposit match. Also, make sure to enter into our prop bets contest. We want to give you some money if we make some money this week. If we hit 4 of our 5 props, one randomly selected commenter will win $100. But if we hit all 5, someone's getting $200. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and comment below, and you're automatically entered in. Got to be in it to win it. Good luck in all your prop betting endeavors for the week. Also, make sure to comment below if the lines have gone up. If you want to know if we still endorse something, just ask us in the comments, and we'll let you know what the LineStar projection says and what we think is the best play. So just drop that in the comments. We'll try to help you guys out. Let us know where you're headed, too. If you got any great picks, let us know. We're all trying to help each other out to beat the books this week in week 3. All right, let's go get it. Good luck in all your bets. We'll see you guys next time.
Have a good one, guys. Good luck.